At the end of each semester, the Hicks Undergraduate Library here at Purdue brings in therapy animals to help students alleviate stress of finals and prep weeks. In this form of pet therapy, volunteers get their animals certified and bring them in through an organization like Therapy Dogs International. These types of programs exist everywhere from college campuses to hospitals. Animal-assisted therapy has been around for a long time, with early records going back to the 1860s when it was first popularized by Florence Nightingale. The Lady of the Lamp even commented that a small pet is often an excellent companion for the sick, and for long chronic cases especially. In the US alone, nearly 2/3 of households have a companion animal of some kind. Animals aren't cheap, they don't pay rent, and it costs money for food, veterinary bills, and so on. So what do we gain out of this? Companion animals have consistently demonstrated to provide social support and positive effects in human health. Studies have shown that pet owners are more likely to survive heart attacks and take less medications for heart problems and sleep difficulties. This symbiotic relationship can be beneficial for therapeutic measures too. In a study performed by O'Hare et al., SCAS Journal 2010, researchers tested the effects of animal-assisted therapy in the classroom with children who have autism. Children with autism have trouble with social interaction. This can make them feel excluded and isolated. The researchers placed 2 guinea pigs in the classroom along with popular toys as a control. After having the children interact both with the animals and toys, they found that kids who interacted with the guinea pigs responded with increased social behaviors like talking, looking at people's faces, and touching. They also smiled more often and laughed more often. In the case of PTSD, multiple studies have reported that a companion animal acts as a comforting reminder that danger is no longer present. PTSD patients experience high anxiety, emotional numbing, bouts of depression, and hyperarousal. Presence of animals has been linked to the production of oxytocin. Oxytocin is a chemical released by the brain that facilitates bonding, regulating mood, and increasing prosocial behaviors that enable trust. Animals have also been reported to elicit positive emotions and warmth in connecting people by playing roles as social facilitators. This helps patients break out of isolation and feel less lonely. This research comes from O'Hare, Journal of Consulting and Clinical Psychology 2018. Oftentimes, these therapy animals are volunteers. This altruism fascinated us, so we decided to speak to one pet owner who is working on getting his dog certified to be a therapy animal.
This is Ben. His full name is Benzene Curie Hitomo. Benzene is basically one of the most stable aromatic compounds, and it being stable is the philosophy behind his name. So I want him to be stable enough, which is what he is right now, so that he can be a therapy dog. And I pretty much had that idea when I started volunteering in the hospital and when I started working in the libraries, where they would invite therapy dogs to soothe the patients and stressed students during finals week. Because turns out petting dogs who are calm and are wanting to love you and care for you actually does decrease your heart rate, which is a good thing whenever you're stressed out because you have finals or you're sick and you don't know what's going to happen to you. And so it gives a meaning towards the dog's life and also towards me, as I can contribute to the community in that way. So that's pretty much why I wanted Ben to become the therapy dog.
Whilst animal-assisted therapy isn't aimed as a replacement to traditional treatment, it can potentially enhance the effectiveness of current methods. This can be especially beneficial for stress relief. After all, most domesticated animals seem to want to love you and wish to be loved in return. It only further serves as a reminder that we are all connected.